Roadworm.
Hey fellas.
Hey James.
So what are we watching today?
We're gonna watch Waxwork.
Waxwork? I don't think I've ever seen that or heard of that.
Would you like a closer look? Would you like a closer look?
Yeah. Let's watch it.
Well then.
What the hell? Oh shit. You sons of let me out of here! Let me out of here!
This movie's pretty good.
Oh, if I ever get out of here, I'm gonna give you guys the what for. Sets the guy on fire.
Sets the guy on fire.
Oh,
He falls right in.
Hi!
Hey, is it true what they say about bodybuilders?
These rich kids are the best. Man, these rich kids wear suits and sunglasses and smoke cigarettes, cocaine, Pepsi. Pepsi.
Anybody want another drink?
What's the rush, babe? Got a date with Jonathan after the show?
What is this?
I do what I
film
want
noir?
when I want.
yeah.
They got the saxophone. They're all dressed in
It's all over the
beer.
place.
Who has-
John Slade, he's got a smoke in his mouth that he doesn't have a light for.
Yeah.
Figures.
He opens up the picket fence and goes, dung.
It doesn't creak.
Yeah.
It goes, "Da-da-da."
You are going to grace us with your presence. Join us.
For God's sakes, faster! We're starving! He started beating on the table.
All the candles and silver goes shakes.
Popping.
Yeah.
That would have been funny when he just sits down, rips one like Rodney Dangerfield.
I was just thinking of that.
Really?
I kept ripping apart.
That popped in my head too. It was weird.
We're so mature.
Someone sit on a duck?
Eat it!
Smacks the guy.
The entree.
I can never wear white! She went through all that work just to get bit anyway.
Well, look at him. It's sexy. They're clearly not wax figures.
He's moving.
Yeah, they were all moving.
They couldn't get a take where he wasn't moving.
Hello, Mrs. Webster? Is China there?
No, Jonathan.
No?
She went to a waxwork party.
Party with the Waxworks, huh?
What do you mean she went to the Waxwork thing?
This, for instance, isn't the figure wonderful?
Is it the actual mask?
Why don't you come in here, handsome?
That's what the Phantom sounds like.
It's Herbert from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Would you like a closer look?
Really?
We'll make a movie about anything nowadays. Damn football players.
That's a hell of a lot of people in 2 weeks.
Look at this cop.
Yeah.
Classic 80s cop. The bear's gonna have my ass.
He looks like what John Constantine's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Huffing butts like a chimney.
Sure you wouldn't like a closer look? Really, I must be going.
He doesn't freak out about the way he just...
Yeah.
He likes to smoke cocaine.
Here and then the next
Yeah. The smoke's coming out of his mouth.
Sure you don't want me to call for backup?
First, I want to see if I'm imagining things.
Feeling all right?
No, there's Lieutenant Slammer.
I'll let you know.
Steak and cheese sub.
Steak and
just
cheese.
the steak and cheese.
He just spits out the window and comes out with the lit smoke. He's got some fucking bad habits.
The curse. Those who desecrate the tomb of Raoul will be condemned to a painful death at the hands of...
Why didn't they put this on the outside of the fucking tomb?
Let's get the hell out of here!
You smoke!
Lieutenant Slammer! Lieutenant Slammer!
I need assistance! He hasn't taken the Ray-Bans off at all. Would have been sweet if he had like mustard on his cheek or something. Oh! Slammer just got slammed.
My pretty rose, you die.
Yeah. You just hear that muffled through the door. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it looks like your little plan failed.
They snap both their necks just like that.
And the end. You have been watching Waxwork.
You afraid of me? Take me!
Take this.
Cuts back, he's got a shotgun.
Got a shotgun. Pouring gas on him.
It's a serious blood battle.
You little bastard!
Oh!
That was a little South Forest playing.
Oh, yeah.
He's got like wings on the back.
Empty the clip! Empty the clip!
Would you like a closer look?
Would you like a closer look?
Yeah, the Terminator.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, just popped it right off.
Yeah, oh my goodness!
Oh, shit. That looks so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Funny.
Man, it's coming right for us!
Funny if the fan just went.
Yeah, right in, and then Waxwork.
Right in the camera.
This is a weird song to play at the end.
Yeah.
And that was Waxwork. Very interesting. So a little background first. I first came across this movie on TV years ago, back in high school. There was a local TV channel here called the Scream Network. I don't know if it was in the States. We live here in Canada, so it was a Canadian station. It was kind of like the Space Station, but they play just horror movies, called classics and stuff. And I saw this late one night on the Scream Network, watched it, thought it was pretty cool. I've seen it on DVD since, and then I noticed that Vestron released it as a double feature, and I always wanted to show this to you guys because I thought you guys might enjoy it. I mean, it's a silly movie, but thought maybe it'd be something fun to watch. So I picked it up, ordered it, and decided to watch it for this review. So the movie stars Zach Galligan, who you'll know from Gremlins. The only other movie he's done that I've seen him do, because really aside from Gremlins and Gremlins 2,
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in anything else. Like, he does the sequel, Waxwork 2, but that's it.
Oh, he actually came back for the sequel.
Yeah, he comes back for the sequel.
So he's good for the sequels.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's a reliable guy.
Yeah.
If you want to get him in a series of movies, he'll do it for you.
Nah, because after this, I'm doing Gremlins, then I'm retired.
Gremlins 2, and then
maybe Gremlins 2.
Yeah, well, but then we'll
if the
call
script is decent.
So it's about a bunch of rich, snobby teenagers. There's a new wax museum in their town. A local wax museum. It's just opened up, and they get to have a special midnight opening gala just for them. They're greeted by Willy Wonka.
Yeah, pretty well.
Willy Wonka of the Waxwork, played by...
Yeah,
he just appears in his nice purple blazer.
I'm sorry, ladies.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah, Willy Wonka.
It'd be awesome if he did the somersault,
Mister?
like Wonka did.
Played by David Warner, who's the bad guy from Tron and Time Bandits, and just to name a few. They go into the wax museum late at night, and all the dioramas, all the waxworks are famous classic monsters. Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, etc. Different horror characters. And if you step, a character in this film, if they step over the rope, if they step onto the diorama, they're transported into the world of this monster, of this set. So if you go on to the Wolfman diorama, you're in the world of the Wolfman, and if you die in that world, you become a wax figure part of that diorama. And that's your basic premise of the movie. You know, the second act is kind of like almost like a teen slasher flick, because these characters are getting killed off in creative ways by different monsters in different dioramas and different wax figures. They become wax figures themselves, and then, you know, it's up to Billy and his girl to find out what's going on and why and how, and they got to stop it somehow. It becomes a real convoluted mess. But I mean, very original. It's a very, very original premise. I mean, I haven't really seen. I mean, maybe something like.
I feel like it's like
You've seen it before?
Like a Twilight Zone,
like
something similar to a Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah, or
maybe not like right on the thing of like a wax museum, but
close to it.
I want to say something like Goosebumps, or Are You Afraid of the Dark? May have done something similar along this line, on the same vein. But I mean, other than that, like I can't think of like in movies. I can't think of any other movies, especially from the '80s, that did that kind of scenario.
I've never seen or heard of it.
No,
not even growing up. Like, I never came across it.
Yeah, it's not really. I mean, it's probably a cult classic, but it's not like a well-known.
Right.
So, I mean, right off the bat, the movie is very cheesy. It's very silly. It's very schlocky. The acting is over the top. The directing is very silly, and the writing is, you know, it's not great. One thing I do like, though, Anthony Hickox, he gets these actors, these pretty decent. I mean, aside from Zach Galligan, he gets David Warner. He gets Patrick Macnee, famous British actor from the Avengers. He gets John Rhys-Davies from Indiana Jones and Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he was able to convince these distinguished English actors to come and do this silly low-budget movie for him. We get this very convoluted plot that apparently Willy Wonka there, he had made some kind of deal with the devil to live forever.
Yeah.
And he wants to take over the world by, like, he needed a victim for every diorama. And every victim would be a soul that he would feed off of and would keep him immortal. And if he got, I think it was 18 souls, 18 victims, all the wax figures would come to life in our world.
Yeah.
And then it would just be like the apocalypse.
Chaos, yeah.
You can't even talk about this movie. It's just so silly. I don't even know what happened. So if he got 18 victims, 18 souls, they'd all come to life, and then he'd be able to take over the world. Why? We don't know. He's just evil. That's all. Who cares? Exactly how was he able to do this? We don't know. We also couldn't figure out the rules, like, because there's some scenes where people go onto the dioramas, but they don't go.
There's no rules.
Yeah.
The story's full of holes. It's simple.
Yeah.
There's no way that was an idea. Like, it was like, no, there's sense to that. Like, that was just a hole.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
He's not that bright.
I think he tried, though, because there was one part towards the end there, Billy was like, it only works if you believe it. It only affects you if you believe in this in these monsters and this horror.
They're fucking up folklore. Like vampires don't eat flesh; they drink blood.
Yeah.
And
like they're all sitting at the dinner table eating.
Yeah, eating
steak
like
tartare.
Steak tartare. Oh, she thought it was steak tartare.
Steak tartare kind of gives me the tartars.
And you can't kill vampires by putting two things together.
Yeah.
Making a cross.
Put it on his head!
Yeah, put it
on his head!
Yeah, that's not how that works.
She wasn't even holding it like a proper cross. She was
like
holding it
an X.
Yeah, X-Men.
My favorite thing about the movie is the little guy.
Oh,
the butler,
yeah.
the little guy, and the cop smoking.
John Constantine?
John Constantine smoking butts.
Crushing the cigarettes.
Yeah. And don't forget the Nazi teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
He's having like flashbacks. To his like childhood.
I nearly forgot. I also ran a 40-page essay on the trouble with dictators.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. He's losing it.
What class was that? He was like teaching fascism and dictatorships and stuff, but he was like getting really into it. He had a swastika flag beside him, and he was like going off,
and he kept ranting like Hitler.
Yeah, and he had like a thick German accent.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole subplot with the Marquis de Sade. Billy's, well, it's not his girlfriend, but the girl there, the love interest, she's like obsessed with the Marquis de Sade. And
yeah.
She's really kinky and messed up.
Yeah.
Because like she goes into that world and he starts torturing her. She's like getting off on it and stuff like that.
She wants him to keep going.
Yeah, she didn't.
I think it was just her falling into that whole what do you call that when you become a victim?
Of it, or?
Oh, Stockholm syndrome.
Well, I guess Stockholm or it's a.
Yeah, I know.
It's waxwork.
It's waxwork.
There's no rules.
That's the tagline for this. It's waxwork. Okay, there's no rules. I love the ending.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like that's probably that's a really good ending.
Like I love the ending, how it's just
like the battle part.
Yeah,
like
I love how it's just ridiculous.
Getting out of hand.
All these monsters coming alive, and then there's this little mob of old guys.
Yeah.
Led by Patrick Macnee, who kind of souped up his wheelchair, made it into like a cardboard tank.
Do you think the director meant for? Of course he did mean for it to be that silly.
I think he did.
There's way too much silly in there for him
to
be aware of it.
I think he knew. I think he knew.
But to me, that scene was a ripoff of the end of Blazing Saddles. Which Blazing Saddles kind of kills it.
Yeah. Where all like the characters kind of collide and fight each other.
And all of a sudden they get into different movie sets and there's different movie characters coming in.
Right. Yeah. That's right.
They're in the cafeteria in Hollywood. Like you got all these different people.
I didn't even think about that. That's a good pull.
Piss on you. I'm working for Mel Brooks.
That's probably my favorite part, though, is the ending where everyone, it's just chaos. All these old people and monsters just beating the crap out of each other. And I love Dracula's death.
Yeah.
Dracula has a hilarious thing where he turns into a bat.
Quick, he's changing.
Make my day.
Did you hear the line, dude? Make my day.
Like of all the over the top dramatic deaths that Dracula's had, he's been staked.
Yeah.
He's been set on fire. He's been burnt by the sun. You know, holy water and churches. But so in this one,
catches him as the bat.
He gets shot in the head. So long story short, Zach Galligan, he gets the girl, all the monsters get killed, Willy Wonka falls into a tub of wax, the whole waxwork gets burned, all the monsters get destroyed, the wax museum crumbles down, and, you know, they walk off into the sunset.
The little hand.
Oh, the Evil Dead 2 hand.
Rip off of Evil Dead
2.
And Adam's Family.
And Adam's Family.
Yeah.
This is almost a roadkill. But I can't give it a roadkill because, I mean, it's a fun movie. When I first saw it as a teenager, I loved it. I thought it was so original and funny. It's definitely not that good of a movie. You know, I knew going in that you guys probably think it was stupid, which it is. And it's just so fun. I love the cast. You know, the idea is cool. I think it's like a guilty pleasure movie. You know, it's like something you don't take seriously. It's, you know, you turn your brain off.
Yeah.
And you watch it. You have fun.
Like most of the we watch.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
blow a load of money on it.
But I obviously can't give it a.
For God's sake, send us some free shit. Come on, Show Factory.
Send us.
What's the matter with you guys? Arrow? Anyone?
Yeah, anyone, please.
Takers?
Vestron, because you guys are so damn expensive.
Yeah, start throwing some shit our way.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna leave it at better luck next time. You know, you come across it, you'll have fun, but you know, that's it. So
this was borderline roadkill for me because there was a lot of holes in the story and stuff like that. But yeah, I just gotta keep in mind it's just a silly, you know. And then there was some characters in it that made it, like the little guy here, the little
the
butler. He does that little
that karate bow.
Yeah. I wonder how many times he blew out his back doing that on set.
He does that bow.
But I'll give it a better luck next time because it had some funny parts and some notable actors and characters.
Like, yeah, I'm probably right around where you guys are, maybe just a bit higher with a better luck meh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it kind of has like that anthology feel to it.
Yeah.
When you get into the different dioramas, like those short stories.
Yeah.
When the characters were getting killed off and that.
Good point.
I enjoyed that part of it, and especially like the battle at the end. So I give it a better luck meh.
Yeah, so Waxwork is a better luck next time. This Blu-ray, as we mentioned earlier, is from Vestron Video. Vestron is a distribution company like Shell Factory or Arrow that releases films on Blu-ray in very nice sets, digitally restored. This particular version is a 2-disc double feature. It comes with both Waxwork and Waxwork 2, Lost in Time. So yeah, check out Vestron. Alright guys, as always, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to Roadworm Entertainment. Leave a comment if there's something you want for us to watch and rate. Follow these two guys on Instagram, as well as our buddy Jermaine.
Yeah.
He's got an Instagram account, so follow him.
Yeah.
Like us on Facebook, too. Alright guys, thanks a lot. That was another edition of Roadkill Reviews. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.